Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage.
Well, that's the theory, at least. For Harvey Norman, shop in store or online at harveynorman.com.au. Pat, Panetta, Amanda Brocklebank, good afternoon. You married couple, you?
Oh, look, we're so married. It's just so boring, isn't it, to be married and bickering all the time?
And this is a segment where we bring our lives to the radio. It's radio's answer to the Shire. You know the Shire? Without the cosmetic surgery, though.
That's right.
Unless you want to, Mandy.
Well,
I don't think we can afford it. Maybe you can get one done 1 year, and then the next financial year we'll get the second one done.
Oh, isn't he precious? He's precious, this fellow.
You wanted to talk about the little things.
Well, Pat
what
came up with this.
about?
Well, I like your way of thinking.
Yes, so we've
the
gone down the
little
wrong road
things,
here.
the little tiny things. Pat suggested this last night because we do tend to bicker like an old married couple.
Okay. It's the little things that you are going to, you sort of, so not the big things where you have a big falling out, just those tiny things. And in isolation, if you said to someone down the street, my partner and I were arguing about bin night all the time, or the level of the radio when we drive, it just seems petty and insignificant, but it keeps coming up in your relationship. And I'm thinking we can have a group therapy session on the radio where people can phone up and say, you know that little thing
Those
that my
little
partner
things.
does?
Well, what is it about your partner out there in listener land that really gives you the, you know what?
But it's those little tiny funny things, and when you're tired and emotional, little things can quickly escalate into big things, I think, sometimes. But look, can I give a start about some of the little things?
Oh, she's written a list. Oh, this will be fun.
Here's
great.
at the
Women
moment.
love lists.
At the moment, this is what's really getting me, and I bet there's mums out there that'll go with this one.
This segment should be called Kick Pat for
No.
20 minutes
I'll
segment.
stick up for you, mate.
But
Thank you, Dennis.
You come up with the topics, and then you don't like when I...
Well, that's something we bicker about, Dennis. This radio, every fortnight, we sort of sit down on a Sunday night and I say to Amanda, we need to get on with Dennis tomorrow. Do you have any ideas? And we bicker about that because you've never got any ideas and you don't like any of my ideas.
See there?
Anyway,
yeah,
off you go.
it's Kick
That was
Pat.
a little whack there.
Now, Pat goes to Coles to do the shopping, and he comes home without the Sports for Schools vouchers.
Oh,
Now, we're collecting
don't know
sports
about
for...
these.
Have you heard of the Sports for
you
Schools
need little
vouchers?
young
Yes.
kids.
Now, you've got to take them to school, and the kids love handing them in, and it's a big campaign at school. And, you can't... And Pat said he went through the register, and the girl said, are you collecting the vouchers? And Pat said...
No! I
He
don't
said
want
no.
all these pieces of paper. So they tally up how much you spend. So if you spend $100 or $150, they give you the vouchers that equals the amount of money you spend. So they've got this big book.
That's right.
And they go...
And
they
we're
sort of draw it
collecting
out.
them. And you've missed out.
boy.
When people go through, if they say, no, I'm not collecting them, I jump in front and I say, can I have yours, please?
So
Would
the
you
more
do
you
that?
get... No,
No.
I don't
He
want to
doesn't
get them
even
at
get
all.
what's his.
And
So
Mandy won't let me in the house
Please,
unless I have
the Sports for School vouchers are very important. And also, Pat, you keep leaving
Great
the olive...
marketing for Coles.
I know,
Yeah.
it is actually. That is one thing. They're infiltrating the school. It is a bit bad in that way. But anyway.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Leanne, hello there.
Guys, look, nothing irks me more than opening up the refrigerator and finding a smidge of milk in a container or a scrap of butter in the container, and or there's no crumpets or there's nothing left. He's just about everything.
Just an empty packet sitting there.
It annoys me so much.
When you get down to the last salada.
Yes.
It's mainly sort of you'll go to the fridge and think, I'll have a bit of milk in my coffee, and there's like not even enough to like lick out.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
just think, why don't you just put it on the bench and say, oh, we need more milk?
Because then it may be left up to that person who had the last bit to go and replenish.
No,
that
Leanne,
why?
it's because we don't realise. You pour your cup of tea, you put a bit of milk in there, and you don't realise there's only a drop of milk left, and you put it back in the fridge. It's an honest mistake, Leanne.
Sure, Leanne. Yep.
Leanne, thank you. Liz, hello.
Hello, after 15 years of marriage, we still can't agree on the appropriate way to sneeze.
Oh, the sneezing.
Oh, no, hang on.
Whether it's a bigger chew or a hold-it-in one.
No,
Yeah, I'm a delicate hold it in,
A little-
and he blows
Yes.
his head off.
I'm
Yeah.
married to a hold-it-in sneeze.
Yeah. Just on...
And
So go.
it's like scraping nails down a blackboard when he sneezes.
Yes,
Liz,
because...
is that why women don't... how does it go again? Women can't sneeze.
Here we go.
No, well, it'll be so. Well, they can't sweat. They can't do anything. They can't let it out. That's why they bitch. I think it's like.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you!
I got there.
Liz, so you will hold you'll do a sneeze. Oh, she's gone too. She's gone for a sneeze. Hello, Dan.
Yes, hi there. Men and toilet seats. Women go off at men about leaving the seats up. Well, why can't they just put them down?
That's exactly right, Dan.
That is true. I don't mind the toilet seat issue because, yes, you have to touch it to lift it up and we have to touch it to put it down.
Could I suggest, Dan, that perhaps men should demand that women leave them up?
Yeah.
Exactly right. But we're not that picky, see? We just sort of go with the flow, but women constantly get on our back about not leaving the toilet seat down.
I don't mind that. That's not one of mine. But I tell you, on the sneezing issue, this is Pat, with the tissues, we go through boxes and boxes of tissues in the house. Instead of just coming up and getting one tissue, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tissues.
That's called anticipatory
and
sneezing.
Then blows his nose.
Look at my nose. It's huge.
I tell you, if that was filled with gold dust, you'd be a very wealthy man. Elisa, hello.
Yes, hello. Yeah, I'm just thinking about my other half when he drives, which is actually more of a legal problem. But, you know, when you come up to the intersection and you're meant to stop at the actual light properly, he rolls over.
Oh, just
I tell him over and over, over the line, you know, and indicating. He never seems to indicate, you know.
It's just
you girls should all get together.
He knows Amanda, where he's going.
How's your wife as a backseat driver?
No,
Dennis?
she's fine.
She's fine.
No problem in that area.
Get together as the world's worst backseat drivers.
So, Elisa, if he rolls the front tyres just a smidgen onto a white line at the lights, you're onto him.
Yes, that's it. Right onto him, and he's like, "Well, do you want to drive?" You know, but
and do you say, "Actually,
I should"?
Yes, I do. I'll just take over.
Elisa, can I say one more thing about the driving? Is this right with you, Elisa? That Amanda, if we're going anywhere, if I do one U-turn or if I don't know one turn, that defines we are lost. We're lost. I mean, it's okay to do a U-turn. We've missed the road. Okay, the GPS turn left. You go a bit further, do a U-turn, and you know it's the end of the world.
You do have a habit. Do you not agree, Pat? Of slightly getting out slows. He does have it. Like we'll go somewhere, and when we come back out, he can't remember where we've come. He'll turn the opposite way. I'll say, Pat,
how pathetic.
This is not the way we came. Are you sure? I'm sure it is.
You're looking at the man who goes all over Melbourne for live crosses. I know this city inside out.
Don't you have the inbuilt GPS?
No, I just listen to the little lady inside the machine.
He's on autopilot. Turn left.
John, hello.
I just can't cop it when they put the toilet paper the wrong way.
You like it under or...
I like it coming over the top.
Yeah,
you know?
I do too.
Easy to rip off and, you know, count how many sheets there is, you know.
You could always, probably while you're sitting there, change it.
Just flip it around. But
I know, but that's like switching the lights off when you go home, you know. You get home and you switch off about 10 lights.
Yeah,
and
yes.
Have a coffee and there's 9 more back on, you know. Like,
yes.
How many times do you have to switch them off?
Oh, John, I hear you there.
Oh, Pat's onto the lights.
Oh, talk about bill shock every time I open that electricity
bill. And now
bill.
we will all be sitting there. We'll be sitting there reading, and all of a sudden we're in darkness. Pat's turned every light off. Or now
click.
And this is the latest. I'll be out with the kids, pull into the driveway. The house is in complete darkness, and I'll think, oh, no one's home. I'm struggling to find the key to the door. I've got 3 kids. Open the door. Here's Pat sitting by candlelight almost. Eating his dinner.
What are you doing meditation or something?
I'm just trying
to save money, and I'm going to fall over and break my leg.
Will you have the telly on?
No, I'll get home. I don't need to put the TV on. I'll get home and not put the TV on.
Yes, you do.
And just look at the paper and do a few things.
Do you or you don't?
The noise blaring at me.
He goes into his little office, into his little man cave, and he turns on things.
Do you know, before we did this segment, Dennis, Amanda said to me, let's not bicker, let's not argue this time on the radio because people are going to think that we're always bickering and arguing. Let's keep it light-hearted.
And more of this bickering after these.
You know, Dennis Walter, talking Melbourne on Melbourne's own 3AW.
They're still bickering. It's happening here. Love and Marriage, Pat and Amanda. And I'm here for Furniture Galore with the biggest range and lowest prices for over 20 years. What are the things that annoy people in relationships?
It's those little things that just get under your skin.
But if you fixed one of those little things, you'd find it another little thing, Amanda.
You know
probably.
what? Probably. And when you start a relationship, the little things about Pat, I found them so
endearing,
charming and endearing. And now,
they're the things she hates.
Can I tell you? This is another little thing. When I go up to Pat and I say, "Hey, Pat, I just want to quickly tell you something. See that guy over there? Can you?" And then Pat will go, "What? What guy? What guy's looking at me?"
It really annoys her.
And he'll talk when he knows I'm trying to be subtle.
You say, "Don't turn around."
Don't turn around. Yeah. What?
Good. Jeanette's got a theory. The reason we women like the seat down is to hide the whiz that's been left there and not cleaned off.
Well, yes. When you lift it up, sometimes you do get a nasty surprise, don't you?
Yes.
Yuck.
Denise.
No. Hi, Denise.
Hi, I've got a husband that insists on eating his breakfast at the breakfast bar in front of the drawers so you can't get in there.
Oh, Denise, and you need to get a teaspoon and he's right there.
No, well, I've to keep the annoyance level down, I get up earlier, go and get the paper and have my breakfast in peace, and then he can do what he damn well likes.
That's right. I thought you were going to say you go and get the whole cutlery tray and take it out and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, Denise, I think you could. Would you take him to lunch at Oscar's table, though?
Where's that?
In Docklands. You can enjoy the view.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
The cutlery will be there on the table for you.
No drawer.
Can you please ask him to sit while he's there?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oscar's table, New Quay, great views, great food, rediscover Docklands. Enjoy that with our compliments.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
Hang on there. That does happen in our place, actually.
Get out of the way. I'm trying to get in.
the kitchen.
I need to get to that drawer.
Yeah.
Gary. Sorry. Hi, Gary.
How you going?
Good.
Women drivers I don't have a problem with. My wife can drive any time she likes, but women navigating, oh God.
Oh, sending you the wrong
way. The most
way.
dangerous thing on the road is a woman armed with a Melways. They've got no sense of direction. The only female that can navigate is your GPS unit. That's why they've all got female voices. I tell you, that you hand a map to a woman and they don't know which side, they don't know which way to go. They've got just no sense. You can drive around in circles.
But, Gary, have you noticed when you program something into the GPS, she always talks just as you're listening to someone. I'm driving around and listening to Neil, and they're just going to ask Bill Shorten the question.
Bang. Yeah.
Prepare to turn left.
Yeah, my worst nightmare is a GPS with my mother-in-law's voice on it, you know. Turn left. Turn left. You know, I told you to turn left. You never listen to me.
Gary, hang on. We're going to send you to the HIA Home Show at the Melbourne Exhibition Centre from the 16th to the 19th of August. Hello, Dale.
Yeah, hi. My pet hate is actually around the house where your family turns the heat up because of central heating, and they turn the heat up because they're cold. And as you walk through the house, they're heating up the bathroom, the laundry, and everything else, and outside in the patio, which is an open area.
Yes, look, I do. That's probably something I'd turn the heating up and you turn it down, Pat.
Absolutely. We turn the heating up, then I turn it down. The radio's the same thing. I put the radio up, you turn it down.
Heating, women are cooler than men.
Yes, and this weather's been so cold, and I have to just turn it up a smidge, and then Pat will come down and turn it
overnight, and I've heard Darren James often say this, I don't know why I'm thinking Darren, but I've heard him say it a few times, turn the heat off overnight. We leave the heater on overnight. You get into bed and you snug.
Yeah, I guess we could turn it off. All right.
Yeah,
try it tonight.
There you go. Got a win.
1-1. Tick. Ding.
That's mine.
Ding.
Hello, Peter.
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon. Look, yeah, sometimes I come home and I swear the wife's growing orchids in the house. It's that hot.
She's got a cash crop going.
It's a hot house in there.
A cash crop, very good.
Yeah, you never know what she's up to. It might be up in the roof.
Yeah. What's with women and reverse parking? You pull up at the a place you want to go, and there's a real good spot right out front, but because it's only a car length, oh no, we can find a better place. In other words, I can't park. I can't reverse park.
We'll keep circling. I can reverse park, actually. Yeah, I'm not bad at reverse parking.
What's the trick? If you're a parking inspector, I think you reverse up until, do you know what it is, Peter? Until you see in your rear view mirror, or you
hear a bang.
And then you quickly drive off.
Deanna, hi.
What you guys are all forgetting is while everyone bickers, and I don't believe anyone who says we never have a fight, the good thing about arguing and bickering is making up.
Well, that's true.
That's right. That'll be happening.
Yeah, but we can't put that to air, Deanna.
Why not?
That's later tonight, Deanna.
That's 50 Shades. Oh. Diane, hello.
Oh, hi. After 17 years, my husband still can't put things back in the same cupboard.
Do you know, Deanna, Pat is exactly the same. And does your husband know where things are? Like, or, you know, no, I know what you mean. He's putting the dishes away and you open a cupboard and you think, what's that doing in there?
Exactly, that's it.
Well, you just got to get it out of sight, don't
know,
you?
but
Just get it away.
It's just
Find
ridiculous.
somewhere to put it.
It's like,
I'm with you.
the cups don't go there, the bowls go there. Why did you put that there? I hear you there, Deanna.
I was stacking some wood late yesterday afternoon.
How manly. Stacking some wood.
I was hot.
With your shirt off. Oh.
No, his shirt was on. It was bloody freezing. But Annette came along. Why'd you put that piece there? Shut your face. It's only wood that's going to be burned in a fire.
Oh, I think that sometimes
But it's
they
got to
just
look
look
good.
for things.
And the way, you like it to look aesthetically pleasing.
And
in a garage?
Well, people may come in. People might come over. And it might like to show off the wood that Dennis
look how he stacked my wood. Looks such a man. Hello, Paul. Joe. Sorry. Hi, Joe.
My wife was on those cereal heater burners. She used to burn the wood like it was going out of fashion until I made her come and cut it with me.
Oh, that changed her tune.
That's right,
How
Joe.
hard work it is getting it yourself.
That's right, yes. She won't be throwing another log on the fire quite so quickly.
In Hamilton, is that where Joe is? So
Yeah,
you need
Joe
to get,
drives the truck up there.
Oh, good
Where have you
man,
been
Joe.
today, Joe?
Over to Morwell.
Oh, Morwell.
There's a good round trip.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
How many Ks a day do you do?
980.
Wow,
Heck.
980 Ks a day.
I hope the fire is burning warmly when you get home tonight.
She's a good girl. She'll have that and a feed ready for me.
Yeah, well, she's probably been out in the bush getting a metre today. Joe, thank you. Hello, Paul.
G'day. My bigger problem is the advertising done for helping men slow down, but women never want to speed up with the making up the girl was talking about before.
Oh, right. It's all that advertising. It's one way. It's a one-way street.
Yeah, well, maybe they need to speed up rather than us slow down.
Yeah, so I see. Yes.
This is the Hushma theory.
I
the
see what you
Hushma-Kundi,
mean.
Right, okay. Back to 50 Shades of Grey.
You won't be doubling your time for anyone. I see where you're going.
Yes. Paul, thank you for your call. Amanda and Pat, thank you so much.
Thanks, Dennis.
We're going to be crossing to London shortly, talking to